Luminar Neo has fully embraced AI photo editing. Currently, everything you hear about suddenly has AI attached to it. But Luminar Neo doesn't just follow the trend, it leans all the way in. They even give you a little AI assistant within their software. But the big question is, how well does it actually edit photos? Luminar Neo makes editing super fast and simple, even if you're just getting started. And one thing I really like is that it's just a one-time purchase, there's no monthly subscriptions. So in this video, we're going to take a look at some of my favorite AI features in Luminar Neo and some other new additions as well, including light depth, which lets you relight photos with absolutely no masking or dodging and burning, and how the software now seamlessly integrates with the mobile version. By the way, this video is sponsored by Luminar. If you're new here, my name is Vera and welcome to the Really Visuals channels, and if you're returning, welcome back. So this is Luminar Neo, I'm using the macOS version, and if you haven't heard of it before, Luminar Neo is a photo editing software that's been around for quite a few years and is heavily focused on AI-powered tools. You get anything from sky replacement, portrait bokeh, various phase and body adjustment sliders, to features like generative expand and generative swap, which by the way are pretty much on par with what you get in Photoshop, although I'm still not really a fan of overusing tools like these to alter images in such an invasive manner. The UI feels very clean and intuitive, with the software divided into 3 tabs: Catalog, Presets and Edit. I really like how the built-in presets are presented. As I browse through them, the previews load really quickly, so you can easily go through the different collections. I think anyone who relies on presets for the bulk of the editing would really enjoy this aspect of Luminar, or even if you want to quickly browse through the presets just to get a little bit of inspiration for how you want your final edits to look. The tools on the edit page are neatly organized too. You've got the full list of tools, and as you click through them, more settings open up for each adjustment. And then in the edits toolbar, you can view only the adjustments you have made, so you don't have to keep track of everything that you've applied. This makes it nice and easy to preview how each adjustment affects your image. And as I mentioned before, Luminar Neo also gives you an AI assistant in the form of a little built-in chatbot. So if you click on the little text box icon in the bottom right corner, you can open that up. And the way this works is that you can either ask the AI to make adjustments for you, or you can ask it to explain how to do things. For example, let me ask, can you make the model in the photo stand out a bit more? And can you make the colors work with the dress that the model is wearing? And as you can see, the AI comes back with a list of recommendations on how to make my request work, and also provides quick links to each adjustment that it is recommending. When I was testing this out, I've tried to ask the chatbot to actually implement the recommended adjustments, but it just kept giving me more suggestions. So I had to restart the chat to get some actual AI edits. So for example, if you type in "make the photo pop," which is just what every photographer wants to hear. Now, as you can see, the AI assistant has provided 3 different edits to choose from, and it kind of gives you an explanation for each one as well. I can see this being useful for anyone who is super new to photo editing and kind of wants to have a step-by-step explanation of how to use the software, and maybe doesn't have quite enough patience to do research on their own or watch tutorials. But now let me show you some of my favorite features. Something that was recently added is the light depth tool, which allows you to relight your photos. This is available on the edit page under the creative tools. So what this does is create a 3D render of your image, which you can see in the little preview on the right. And as you adjust the amount, you can see that the light distribution starts changing in the image, and you can see that it's sort of created like a spotlight effect that you can literally drag up and down, and you can see the image starts to adjust. So you can see that I can position the spotlight to be right there on the model's face. To me, this is just really amazing because you can get really natural looking adjustments without using any masks or dodging and burning, which would take a really long time to achieve these kinds of results. And this is just such a useful tool to bring out your subject in such a quick and effective way with just a single slider, really. Another set of AI tools that I really like are the portrait ones. Here you have tools like Portrait Bokeh that allows you to blur your backgrounds, and the software does a pretty good job at making the backgrounds have that natural roll off, and you can see that the blur adjusts to the depth of the image as well. It looks pretty decent at lower amounts just to separate your subject a little bit more from the background. I wouldn't really recommend it at higher amounts, as you can see that it starts looking quite unnatural with how the subject is super sharp and doesn't have that natural roll off that you would get with lenses that achieve these kinds of creamy backgrounds naturally, like in the photos here which were shot at f1.2. Next, you've got some face adjustments where you can add some face light. You've got a whole bunch of eye adjustments. The eye enhancer is pretty useful to me as it adds brightness and color to the pupils. And you can also use the other tools to remove dark circles, darken eyebrows, which is all really useful. There are also lots of adjustments for the lips to increase saturation, redness, and to darken them as well. These are all such common adjustments that it's really nice just to have sliders for them and not needing to create separate masks. And finally, there is also Skin AI, which is pretty much just skin smoothing, and you've also got a defect removal tool. And lastly, my new favorite feature is the Luminar mobile app, which seamlessly works with Luminar Neo. If you're an Apple person, you'll definitely appreciate how the photos from the app get automatically imported into Luminar Neo. The app lets you do various edits to your images on the go. It doesn't give you access to all the same settings as the desktop version, but it's enough if you want to just quickly adjust your photos for social media. The app offers all the basic exposure and color adjustment tools and gives you some of the AI features as well, like relight and skin smoothing. I also absolutely love how the presets are presented as film rolls. I just love little aesthetic touches like that. And now if we go back to the desktop version, you can see a Luminar mobile section that has all the images that I've just imported on my phone, and you can of course make further edits to them using the full power of Luminar Neo before heading over to your phone to export them. I just love how this saves that extra step of having to import and export and then airdrop the images to yourself again. Over the past week of using Luminar Neo, everything has been running super smoothly on my MacBook Pro, even when using the AI tools. It feels super fast, easy to use, and not overwhelming at all, which I think is great if you're new to photo editing. Luminar just feels a lot more polished, and I can really see that they've had a lot of time to develop it. Even just the way the software feels and its presentation, the way the presets are shown in the little film rolls in the app, it's all very aesthetically pleasing. And if you're still wondering if Luminar Neo is for you, I think the software makes the perfect sense for photographers who want great results without spending hours editing. If you're a beginner or a hobbyist, the AI tools and presets make it incredibly easy to get polished, professional-looking images. At the same time, even more experienced photographers who already use Lightroom or Photoshop might find Luminar Neo really useful as a complementary tool, especially for quick edits and enhancing images without spending tons of time on masking. Luminar Neo is definitely worth considering if you fall into those categories. And whatever your stance or take might be on AI tools in photo editing, for me, I like that we have the choice now, that these options are available not only to save time, but also to allow more people to get into photography without getting bogged down by editing and technical aspects, which for me is a win for everyone. If you're not interested in any of the AI tools, you still have the choice to ignore them all and just do everything manually as well. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you are thinking of purchasing Luminar, there is a link in the description down below, and you can also use the code RUDY10 to get 10% off. Another really nice perk about Luminar Neo is that it's just a one-time purchase, so you won't be paying any of those monthly subscription fees. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on Luminar Neo, and if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more. You can also follow us on Instagram, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!